and it's greens maintenance week. Stuart Rogers is out here nice and early, and this is phase 1 of the project. So this is verticutting. This is effectively a deeper scarification. So Stuart's dragging along some spinning blades. They're 3mm wide, but they cut in 25mm deep. The idea of this is it takes any thatch out of the surface. Obviously coring will take thatch out all the way down, but this takes it out of the surface. I'll head over a little closer just to give you an idea of what comes out. See those slits, they're around about 25mm deep. You can see quite a lot of material comes out. And I'll spin you around the back of the machine, see if you can see exactly how it works. Once Stuart's finished with the green with the verti drainer, the thatch that comes out has to be collected. So we use snow shovels, obviously working along the lines. But to give you an idea again what comes out, we got this stuff. It's all thatch, root, all out the surface. Once all the thatch has been collected from the verti drain, scarifying, out comes the core machine. So we've had this machine for a little while, so you guys are never used to seeing these holes in the green. But I'll show you a little video how it works. And then these plugs come out. So the cores that are coming out are 12mm wide. They are going down 50mm and they're 50mm apart. So Stuart has to drive that tractor at roughly 1 km an hour. I think he sets the sat nav to. It's going to take a while, but then we've got a core collector which I'll show you in the next video. Now the greens have been cored, we've got Adam out on the core collector. So this machine saves a lot of time and man hours. And you can see the strike behind it leaves. The way it works is like a giant hoover. And then the box in the back, all those cores are stored up there. We can then recycle them to redress areas. Obviously the cores are great for redressing some of those rough areas or around some of the new bunkers. So now the cores have been collected, Stuart's out putting the first layer of top dressing on. So this is sand that will then be brushed in to fill the holes. Following that you've got the seaweed and fertiliser, which again will be brushed in again to fill the holes. And then that'll be another layer of top dressing which is then brushed in. So Stuart is hand distributing the seaweed and zeolite. So both of these act as a fertiliser to help improve the soil profile and obviously improve growth. This has to be done by hand, and then Stuart will brush in the top dress and these two materials with one of our brushes. Following the brusher, there's another layer of top dress, which I'll get another video of later. And then that will be done for this week. The plan is then next week, Stuart will be seeding the greens. So we've got our disc seeder. And then we've got a heavy roller for the week, just to try and smooth out that surface. For brushing in the top dressing and fertiliser and seaweed, we use the old greens machine. So this greens machine's got 3 cassettes on the front. Instead of having blades, it's got brushes in, and then behind it drags an old astroturf mat. This helps to fill some of the holes, brush, make sure that we are brushing the fertiliser into the holes made on the greens. This process will be repeated 2 or 3 times, and then we'll roll water and they'll be ready to open. Stuart's now out on the second round of top dressing. Adam will then follow behind, brush it in, and then this process will probably be completed at least once more, again just to fill those holes up and break up the surface. I realise this is quite a painful period for golfers. Nobody likes seeing holes in the greens, especially when they're getting to quite a good standard, but this work's essential to allow water to flow, to get oxygen in and keep our greens at that high level. In the past we've experienced a lot of pain where Stuart's had to do this 4 or 5 times a year, but moving forwards, now most of the work being completed, it should only be a couple of times a year. Thank you very much to all the volunteers that have helped over the last week. It's always appreciated and helps the greenkeepers with that burden, making sure that we can get you back on greens as quick as possible.